Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Team. Last time, we learned that not only was Alma Parker murdered, but so was Abigail Parker, and a Mr. Sean Bowen may be the top suspect, you know, instead of Joseph Parker, who just wants to take the blame for everything, even the things he didn't know about. I did a little bit of off-the-clock looking up plot-related things, and just on our characters here, Naomi and Little Guy. Little Guy's character name is Naval in the games that they debuted in, which was the remake of the original Trauma Center game, Trauma Center Second Opinion for the Wii. And he was something of a liaison between her and the organization she was a part of, Delphi. Delphi, if you don't know, was if I recall, was the antagonist organization that was using very, very dangerous, like, sentient disease boss fights, where you'd have to, like, fight these powerful tumor-creating stuff and all kinds of bad stuff. So he essentially had the roles reversed in Trauma Team because he was the guy that got to make sarcastic and dumb jokes and kind of drive the bus, whereas she takes advantage of it in this game, essentially. And it looks like she went ahead and just went into witness protection, I guess, after formally being a part of the Delphi organization, which I guess makes sense. But we can jump in here. Now, did we have testimony? I believe we already have testimony for the two. Oh, at least Sean Bowen. Oh, you look too hot to be evil.
Good heavens. What's going on? I haven't done anything to get interrogated by people like you. Abby? Yes, she did work for us. She was a very innocent and beautiful girl. You know the type, right? Look, I'm sure you figured it out for yourself, right? What we have is a relationship between two consenting adults. She's the one who asked me to meet her at the restaurant, but she got a phone call and left before the meal came. Where she went? How should I know? She said something came up, but who knows? Huh? That's my lighter. Where did you... To the scene of the murder? A warehouse at the harbor? No! I've never been there! I don't even carry that lighter with me. I keep it at home, so what would it be doing there? I get it. This is a trap. Someone's setting me up to be the killer. Listen, that lighter's a custom-made, expensive piece. I keep it carefully locked in a showcase at home. The showcase? It's in my living room at my house. The only keys to the case belong to me and... me and... Oh, don't tell me.
Huh. Why did his testimony end there?
Oh, that's when his lawyer arrived.
And they took measures so he wouldn't say anything self-incriminating, I take it. That's all right, though. I learned something important that I hadn't been expecting.
Huh. You got some useful information from that recording?
You weren't paying attention. If that man is telling the truth, then Abigail's cell phone has an important clue. That is...
According to Sean's account, the victim Selma may have important information. Received calls.
Yes. Upon receiving a call from someone, she abruptly left the restaurant and was killed. It's quite possible that call came from the murderer.
I see.
Even if the caller isn't the killer, we can identify who called her.
Gotcha. I'll make sure they hurry up and analyze the cell phone.
Wait. We also need evidence to back his testimony up as well.
That's true. What can we do about that?
It shouldn't be difficult to get a witness to verify his testimony.
A witness? But who?
Think about it. It would have to be...
the chef.
Oh, right. I did remember seeing Sean and Abigail at the restaurant that night. You think he might have more to say about how they were acting then?
Yes. Can you go talk to that chef one more time?
No problem. I'll ask him for more details about that night.
There's also that lighter to consider. It's most likely that it was removed from Bowen's house by...
The victim. I mean, the wife.
According to his statement, the lighter was supposed to be in his home. The only person besides him who would have been in a position to take it would be his wife, Carolyn. If we inspect the lighter itself, we may learn something from it.
I see. You'll need the recordings from Carolyn's questioning as well. I'll send it over right now, so please use the recorder to listen to it.
Yes, make sure I get those. I'm counting on you, little guy.
Alright. Guess we'll be counting on these. Oh man, you're a babe.
Hey, what's this all about? Why are you keeping me here? What could I possibly have to do with you? Huh? I was home all day on that day. So what? You found his lighter at the murder scene? Is that so? I wonder why. So, is he a suspect now? I don't know anything about it. I don't give a rat's ass about that cheating bastard. Can I just go home now? I don't want to deal with a murder investigation.
She's rather emotional. Is she unstable?
That's just normal, Dr. Kimishima. You're a little too calm.
Well, I have my moments too. Sometimes.
Anyway, Carolyn's insisting that she was home the entire time.
Is there any way to prove that?
No, there aren't any witnesses. She says she was alone the entire time.
Did she know that Sean and Abigail were together that night?
No, we told her that her husband is a suspect in a murder investigation. She shouldn't know that Sean was involved with Abigail. We're trying to keep the details under wraps.
I see. If that's the case, then she knows too much.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's listen to her testimony one more time. Pay attention.
Hey, what's this all about? Why are you keeping me here? What could I possibly have to do with you? Huh? I was home all day on that day. So what? You found his lighter at the murder scene? Is that so? I wonder why. So, is he a suspect now? I don't know anything about it. I don't give a rat's ass about that cheating bastard.
That bit at the end. Why did she call him a cheating bastard?
Maybe he's cheated on her before. He looks like a player. I mean...
That could be a possibility.
What a player.
But what if there was another reason?
Like what?
Well, for example...
Saw him with Abigail.
Yes.
That could be a
What if
thing.
she had seen Sean and Abigail together?
That would explain her hostility.
If that's the case, then she did witness what happened to the victim that night. This might lead us to something even more important.
Alright. Let's see. So then there's an affair. From here, what else is there that we can infer and get? Trying to think of what we can do from here. No, I thought that would be it.
Hey, little guy.
Did you
I need something
investigate the
analyzed.
lighter?
Sure. Is it the lighter that was found at the murder scene?
Yes. I just need you to find any fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints. Just a second. There seem to be a lot of them. Oh, wait. They're all the same set of prints, repeated over and over.
Can we find out whose they are?
Let's see. These are Carolyn Bowen's.
Bingo. So the one who left this lighter at the scene was...
Sean Bowen.
Right. Sean's wife, Carolyn, left the lighter at the murder scene. Carolyn Bowen, Sean's wife, left the lighter at the scene of Abigail's killing. Her interrogation suggests that she saw her husband together with the victim. Does this mean that Carolyn is behind both the murders in this investigation?
We can't say for sure.
Even if she had a reason for killing Abigail, she had no motive for Alma's murder. But she may be able to provide us with information regarding Abigail's murder. I need a little more information from her. That's the little guy's job.
And here, and I thought this would be one of the shorter missions. We've only just begun on this. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, what's this?
It wasn't Sean who left the lighter at Abigail's murder scene. It was Carolyn. That makes her our most probable suspect now.
Really? I wonder what HQ's going to think when they hear this.
I don't care. I'm not interested in your office politics.
I know that. So, what do you think? Honestly.
I find it most likely that she's not the killer. Still, she may have witnessed something. If she finds herself our main suspect, perhaps that will loosen her tongue a bit.
I see. I'll use this info when I speak to her then.
You're going to talk to her yourself? That's odd.
It takes a liar to catch a liar. I'm good at this kind of thing.
We've all got secrets, don't we? I'll be counting on you.
Right. Oh, by the way, Abigail's cell phone has been repaired.
Great. Were the records of received calls intact?
She did receive a call during the time we believe she was at the restaurant. However, we've traced the call to a nearby payphone.
Oh, I see. I wonder if this information will lead us anywhere.
We're going to ask around the area if there were any witnesses near the phone, but we don't expect much. Still, there's no doubt that that was the last call made to her cell phone.
I see. So there's a good chance that call came from the murderer after all. Abigail was called out from a public phone, and then she was killed.
We'll continue looking into the deal with the payphone. Oh, we spoke to the chef again, too. Check out the recorder when you have time.
All right, I'll listen to it later.
There we go, that helps. Now we'll go ahead and check the cook just because I want to have all the evidence on the table. Makes it easier on me.
How'd she act? Let me think. I remember that she was talking on her phone. I clearly remember that she left the restaurant in a hurry soon after that. The man who was with her left in a bad mood afterwards. No, I don't think that he went after Miss Abby. He left the restaurant an hour after Miss Abby did. I know that because I served a carafe of wine to the table. The gentleman drank it all himself before he left. I know that. The gentleman drank it all himself before he left. I remember being disappointed because they ordered a very fine wine.
Dr. Kimishima, we've received a recording.
More questioning? Who is it this time?
Carolyn Bowen, Sean's wife. Once they confronted her about the lighter, she started talking.
I see. I'll check it out.
I can't wait to hear this. She's just gonna sound like a bitch. Not much else with that.
So what if my fingerprints were on the lighter? That's got nothing
Told
to do
you.
with... Why am I a suspect? No, I'm telling you it wasn't like that. That skank. I didn't report it because I knew I'd get dragged into this mess. Yes, that's right. I happened to be out that day and saw them dining together. They looked like they were having the time of their lives, and I lost it. I was going to charge in there and slap both of them, and then the skank left the restaurant still on her phone. I followed that slut, but just because I was curious. I didn't want her to get away. Of course I was angry. She went into a warehouse not far from there. I couldn't see too well from where I was hiding, but she didn't come out for a while, so I peeked into the warehouse, and there was this hairy beast. It was on top of her. It was doing something to her hand with its terrible claws. I very first suspect.
I don't believe it. This is one weird testimony.
I feel that the hairy monster was a very legit part of the testimony.
Murder investigation suddenly turned into a monster hunt. We've had a sketch artist create a picture from her account, but are there any animals that size around here?
Don't be
No.
ridiculous. It's someone wearing a mask and some kind of costume.
I thought as much. Could the killer be insane?
Who can say? There's no way to know anything yet.
Nah, this is interesting. Crazy monster. That sounds great. Great, great, great. Great, great, great. Alright. Nope. Alright. You want this? Of course you don't want it. Whoops, I dropped it.
From the sketch, the murderer was wearing a mask. Now I know what that white shard from the fireplace was. It must have been from the mask that the murderer was wearing while committing the crimes.
There you go.
But why would the murderer throw the mask into the fireplace? Whatever the reason, it helps to sort everything out.
Yeah, someone called her out.
These two pieces of information can fill in Abigail's timeline that night until her death. When was she last seen before she died?
Zero. No, it was zero, though. How many days ago was the murder victim last seen? Zero. Because hours ago... Fuck it, one then. What? What are you talking about? Let me read this question again. How many days ago was the murder victim Abigail Parker last seen? How many days ago? 3? No, 3?
That's right.
Fine.
She was seen at a restaurant that she was a frequent customer at.
Ah, shit, you're
The one
right.
with her at the time was...
Oh, they're going by 3 days ago now. No, you can, I'm done with you. Why was Naomi's name
She
there?
was witnessed there with her boss. Afterwards, she left the restaurant alone. The reason she left was...
She had a phone call.
Yes, a phone call caused her to leave the restaurant immediately. But where did this call come from?
Payphone.
Indeed, the payphone near the murder scene. It's most likely that the killer called her from the public phone, then waited for the victim to arrive and ambushed her. That would be what happened on Abigail's last night in this world.
Alright. Whoops, I slipped. I meant to hit this. Well, I was wrong either way, okay. You want that? No, you don't. You want this? No, you don't. You want this? No, you don't. You want this? Of course you don't. I'm just grasping here, but I think I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, I need to sort out the information I have on hand. My main concern right now is the costume worn by whoever killed the two women. How did it end up in the fireplace in the Parker residence, where Alma was murdered? The most logical reason that can be considered at the moment is...
To destroy the evidence.
Yes, putting it in the fireplace could be an attempt to destroy it. And if that is the case, something strikes me as odd about how Joseph, Alma's husband, was acting. That is...
He confessed. What if Alma's the
Yes.
murderer and
He
she
confessed
suicided?
Alma's murder from the very beginning.
Yeah, what if she just committed suicide the whole time? There's your theory. Killed her daughter for no good reason, killed herself, said I can't help you anymore, Joseph, because I'm dead.
If he was willing to confess, what reason would he have to hide any evidence? Let's assume for a moment that someone else is the real killer. Can we follow this hypothetical person's steps? This person would have killed both Alma and Abigail. The first person to be killed would have been...
Abigail. One of them was...
Alma's corpse was found first.
Okay, I hate the dumb answers for this game. I have to feel it's a translation thing. Why would a choice be, so who would die first between Abigail and Alma? They're both not dead. What are you talking about?
But Abigail had been killed before then.
Like, who would even think that?
In other words, the killer wore a costume to kill Abigail, then killed Alma the next day, after which the costume was discarded into the fireplace. However, we haven't found the murder weapon yet. There were no traces of it in the fireplace. The killer would also have some connection to the two victims as well. We can assume that Abigail personally knew her murderer. The reason for this is...
Responded to the phone call?
Right. She received a phone call from a payphone to call her out. The killer knew Abigail's phone number, and Abigail rushed out right after receiving the call. It's unreasonable to think that she would do that for someone she didn't know.
Maybe it's her mom, because her mom killed her.
Similarly, there's a good chance that Joseph knows the killer as well.
Because it's his wife.
This is because...
He's lying to protect him. But it's not a him, it's a her, it's his wife.
that one, Joseph would have no reason to defend whoever killed his wife.
He would defend his wife who's killed herself.
So, is the killer someone that the entire Parker family would be acquainted with?
Yes. We got a call.
Dr. Kimishima, sorry to keep you waiting. We've taken a look at the clock we recovered from the Parker house and...
Oh, hello? Naomi, can you hear me?
Alyssa? What are you doing there?
Wow, I can hear you. This guy let me in.
Little guy?
This girl said that she really had to talk to you.
Alright. Alyssa, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I need to do some work with the man you're with. Be a good girl and be quiet for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So, about that clock.
Yes, I heard that much. Get to it.
As you mentioned, the decoration on the clock matches the wound on the corpse's head. It probably fell off the desk and struck the victim's head. This may have happened while she was struggling with her assailant.
I see. Is it possible for that wound to have been the cause of death?
No, that's impossible. The impact wouldn't have been enough to kill someone. We've inspected the exterior of the clock, but it doesn't seem that damaged either.
I see. Then... Little guy? What's that sound?
Sorry. Looks like this clock is the kind that plays a little tune.
Hey, Naomi?
Alyssa, you said that you'd keep quiet.
I'm sorry, but that clock is broken.
Broken? Where?
I mean, I know how this song goes, but this one part sounds all weird.
Huh? Little guy, has anybody looked inside the clock?
1 second. What the? Dr. Kimishima, there's something inside.
We may have found just what we're looking for. Thank you, Alyssa.
You have got to be kidding me. Well, there we go.
I want to know more about this weapon, little guy.
Oh yeah, no problem. It has an X-shaped cross-section, and it's 25 centimeters
Well, that
long.
can't be the murder weapon.
It's thinner at the tip, and it's shaped more like a
That's definitely not the murder weapon.
This isn't a commercially available weapon. This is just a piece of steel with sharpened edges.
Huh. So the killer made it?
It seems that way. It's a poor cutting implement, but it could certainly be used for stabbing.
I see. This could be...
No, what would make you think that? Damn it! I just want to connect them because they're the same picture. The hilt of the weapon found on the clock is kind of a warped circle. Oh, okay. Finally.
The shape on the end of the weapon's hilt appears to match the bruise on Alma's hand. This bruise could be from Alma pushing her hand against the hilt of the weapon. If that's the case, then the person who used this weapon would have to be...
Alma used it. Yes! Because she's the murderer!
Yes. If the weapon is used by thrusting forward while applying pressure with the palm, then the only way Alma could get this bruise is if she was the one wielding the weapon. But what does this mean?
Oh, I know what it means. Damn it, I want to connect it. I'm trying to connect the dots so hard right now. Do I have anything else I can do? Nah, it brought me back here. There's something I need to connect. We will read all of their descriptions. The bruise, same shape as the cut on her hand. Can't be more than a coincidence. Connect the hands? Okay, that's not it. The weapon has a cross-shaped blade. Could this be what killed the two women? Alright.
Yes, if we put these together, it should be easier to identify the weapon. The victims, Alma and Abigail. They both died from being stabbed in the chest by a weapon with the same shape. Their wounds match the shape of the weapon found inside the clock. The two of them were killed with the same weapon, this handmade stake.
Okay. I think it's as good a time as any to say that we are going to stop from now. For now. And next time on Let's Play Drama Team, we will find out what happened. And maybe my crackpot theory of Alma murdering everyone and herself is actually true. Until next time, this has been KZ with Let's Play Drama Team. I'll see you next time.